potato heads. I just want to let you know that I was sick for a few weeks, but I'm alright now. Yeah.
It's debatable.
So we're back in black. Yeah. Oh, and we're geared up to improve the show, and also our website is now clean.
This house is clean.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, any malware isn't from us, of course, and I just want to say that no one has to worry about visiting our site and being taken advantage of. If it does happen, then we were taken advantage of also. And it doesn't feel quite as good when you're the one being taken advantage of. So, I'm making this ironclad promise and guarantee right now. We will not knowingly trick anyone, spam anyone, rip anyone off, take advantage, or fuck anyone over. I fucking hate spam, and I hate assholes, and I hate bullshit. So of course you'll get none from us, or me, or anyone else on this show. So I repeat, our website is malware free, and absolutely free. Plus, I also want to mention that we did put some new shirts in the store, including our Baked Potatoes official shirts, and are currently working on introducing original hats and posters next. Unfortunately, I've been sick for a couple of weeks, so we slowed down a bit there, but we're still here and we're still there. So life goes on.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're saying.
Plus, we're also introducing new segment hosts on the show so they can write the segments themselves. And I can concentrate on the store and the non-profit organization. So give them a chance to improve, because none of us are professionals in any way, and we're just regular stoners that are more intelligent, more ambitious, and more decent to others than most give us credit for. Plus again, we're also looking for experts to help out with the show or our new newsletter, and we'll be doing even the video production or hosting a segment. This isn't about us folks, it's about stoners. So give us a hand, people, and get the show up to a professional level. Whoever's good enough can host an entire show or whatever. I don't care. We're here to help stoners. Not to become famous or anything. You know, we couldn't give a shit about that.
I'll make you famous.
So, instead of telling us that we're not perfect, put your money where your mouth is and tell us how to be even better. Or better yet, become involved and make the show the best one on the internet. Well, okay, that's it I guess. I can't drill it in any harder. And I'm thinking you may not want me to anyway. So now back to our unregularly scheduled program. We want you...
Do you mind? Shut the fucking door, please.
...to send us your home videos of your grow up, your closet full, need hiding places to grow or stash weed. Or just your single plant that you raised from a whittle-ittle baby. But you can send us a link or the video itself. We use Gmail, so I'm pretty sure it takes up to 10 megabytes per email. Here's another celebrity on weed with Dimebag Darrell.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Hey there. This time we're bouncing a basketball player off you. Rasheed Wallace was born on September 1774, and he's a retired American professional basketball player. He's a native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he played college basketball at UNC before joining the NBA.
Traveling! No! 1.5 steps! Come on, Jackie, you walk. Suck my cock! I'll murder your family!
Well, in 2002, he was arrested for marijuana possession at a traffic stop. Portland Trail Blazers teammate David Studemeyer and Rasheed Wallace admitted they had been smoking marijuana before being pulled over for speeding. Police said the two, along with Studemeyer's friend Edward Smith, were cited for marijuana possession after they were stopped on the way back from a road game in Seattle. The arresting officer, Sergeant Robert Huss, didn't recognize the NBA stars until other officers arrived on the scene. Smith, the driver, passed a field sobriety test at the scene. The others were not given alcohol tests. Thanks to highbeam.com for that info. If you want the official site for Rasheed Wallace, go to nba.com /player /Rasheed Wallace. And that's it for Rasheed. Now we gotta smoke some weed.
Yeah.
Weed, I love weed. Weed, weed, I love weed. Weed, weed, I love weed. I love the weed.
Okay, in episode 10, part 2, we played a Capitol Hillbillies pot parody. But we didn't know where it came from or who created it. Well, now we do. It's actually from the TV show In Living Color. You remember In Living Color, don't you, John?
Yeah, I'm in living color every time I light a pipe.
Yeah, the colors. So let's watch the Capitol Hillbillies parody again for a second, so you can remember what the hell we're talking about.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Bill. Big Razorback with a destiny to fill. But 20 years before he would take the oath and creed, he dodged Vietnam and he took a little weed. Reefer, that is. Mary Jane didn't inhale. The Capitol Hillbillies.
Yep, that's Canadian Jim Carrey. And In Living Color was still and is still one of my fave shows. Hey, John. What's your favorite TV show?
This one.
So here's another stoner story for yous Utes.
It always gets you in the boo-boo, don't it?
About skiing in Vermont with Daryl, actually. Now, since I was emergency courier, we pretty well delivered anywhere in North America. So I had to go to the Virginia Beach area 3 times in 1 week with the Q van to get some banner advertisements up in time or something like that. I can't remember. I actually ended up driving for 36 hours straight on the last trip. It was because we headed for Vermont on the way back to Toronto. Yep, Daryl and I skied or skidded or went skiing at Killington in Vermont. All we paid for was the food and the skiing itself. Yep, we slept in the back of the Q van like real ski bums. And that's when we coincidentally almost had a run-in with the cops. Actually, we couldn't find a rest stop just outside of Vermont, so we thought we could just park the Q van in the back lot of a Burger King and take a nap. Well, of course not. And it's a good thing I'm a light sleeper because I woke up to a flashlight shining through the passenger window. The boys in blue were checking everywhere before I finally got into the front seat. So I just told them we were sleeping and they actually left. But then I looked on the dashboard shelf where the cup holder is and a big chunk of hash was sitting on it. So fortunately, so was a bunch of Burger King crap too. So they never even saw it. But even earlier than that, on the way to Vermont, we got pulled over for a headlight being out, and they didn't see it then either. Which just goes to show that cleanliness might be next to godliness, but a messy dashboard can lead to jaillessness. Oh, we also had a great time skiing in 2.5 feet of powder as well. Plus there's so many trails at Killington. We could see the gondola going above our heads, but we didn't actually find the entrance for it until the second day. Now, I'm not saying being stoned didn't have something to do with that part, but I am saying that we're having such a great time that it wasn't really that important to us. Oh, and we almost had a drug-sniffing dog drag a cop right to my van at the border. And we definitely had hash on us. Oh wait, actually, that's a different story for a different time. So keep watching the show. Okay, here's another editorial about the end environment. So I was watching an episode of Fashion File. You know Daryl for the articles?
Yeah.
So they had a segment on designer Vivienne Westwood. And she had Pamela Anderson on the runway because apparently they both wanted to increase awareness for the 5 degrees warmer idea that climate change of more than 5 degrees will damage the planet and cause billions of human deaths. Well, hey, it's a great idea to increase awareness, but what the fuck good does it do if we're just aware, but we don't actually do anything about it? One thing Vivienne Westwood and Pamela Anderson seem to be too afraid to say is why.
Your mom killed my brother. Come.
Why is this happening, and how can we fix it? Well, if they're too scared to say it, I'm sure as hell not. The why is our current population. And how to fix it is by decreasing our population voluntarily before we were forced into it by nature. Manly, yes, but I like it too. The problem is that most people are still brainwashed into thinking someone actually needs or has to have kids these days. But you know, times have changed a bit lately. Not that we're complaining about that part, of course, but we do need to adapt even faster than ever. At least until we can populate other planets anyway. Just say no to babies, people. Or at least to multiple babies anyway. Are you listening, Octomom? Here, maybe this will help. And everyone should be listening to this as well. We have to reduce our population before we're really fucked. Yeah, big, long, and hard like. And we do have to end this segment before it's really fucked too.
Fucked up moms or fucked up dads. There's a fucked up cop with a fucked up badge. Fucked up job.